Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Graphics quality. I wonder if it's... Yeah, I guess it's set to very low all the time, and that's fine. Cool. Yeah, I didn't do this one last week because of the big disclaimer. I wanted to make sure that I sort of figured out what it was going to be first before I streamed. But yeah, I think I'm going to go through it. We're going to go in streamer safe mode for sure. So I personally have not had very much experience with MMOs. I've played a little bit of...
I'm ashamed of the person I was. But that person would be ashamed of who I am today. I can't be a man anymore. It's too much. Do you think I'm a bad person? All these years spent playing a game.
Well, these are cool pictures.
My friends haven't logged on in years. Are they ever coming back? Sometimes when I try to log off, it's like there's a voice inside my head telling me to keep playing.
So I'm wondering... Oh, I did not expect... Okay. So my disclaimer is that I did not find out what this game was before I tried it, so I skipped to the end of someone else streaming it, and they sort of said, yeah, this, and this, and I thought, okay, I'll just do it. I don't want to spoil the experience for myself, so I did not expect live action. But I'm wondering, are we going to get .hack? Or, but it looks like it's not .hack. .hack had such a cool aesthetic and not a fun game to play. Are we in control? No. This person does not look like they're in control. I hope it doesn't come across as offensive if I laugh at things. I tend to like to laugh at my games, which is how it's a little difficult for me to play games with very serious subject matters, but I hope that's not the case. Permanently ending the service. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, like the pawns and .hack. Exactly, like the little blob that comes up and says, "Did you drop a silver axe or a golden axe?" Yeah, that was a cool mechanic that took a while to understand in those games, but it was one of the weirder and more interesting things. I will say that. Dear players, we're ending service in 12 hours. People are mad.
It's the end of an era. I'm gonna miss this game.
Oh, it's a first-person shooter.
All these years playing a game I was never even good at.
Okay, we gotta jump.
It was my life, my obsession.
Oh, there's a shoot button.
I've been waiting years. Can anyone hear me? Someone please help me. Please help me. Hey, you're online? Yeah. Where are you? I'm in the dead zone. Let's meet in Shady Acres. Okay, I'm on my way to you.
Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, the throwing the extra swords into the well. Okay. Huh. I figured that was the case.
Every time I sleep, I have nightmares. It's true what they say. Once you reach level 9, weird things start happening. Things you can't explain. I have to find Adam. It's the only way to stop this.
I'm having a very strange reaction to this game. I feel like I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think about this game. Like there's some things about it that come across as like serious but humorous, like dark humor. And then I'm not sure when I have control and when I'm not supposed to have control. The images that it's showing, the environments and stuff, look so cool. And then the dialogue is kind of hit and miss, but I'm like kind of not paying attention to it because I'm looking at everything else that's going on. I guess I have control now. For a while there, I had control kind of, but not really. And I had shooting for one area, and now I don't. Huh.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
Okay.
I wish I never played this game.
Alright. Okay, there's a run. How much does that speed up? It doesn't really speed it up that much, does it? Huh. Hmm. Okay, we have a pause. No. We have run, we have a jump. And there's shoot buttons, but they don't have ammo right now, I guess. Huh. Okay. I mean, I get the sense that I'm not going to be doing any shooting. I mean, it sounds like there's a weird dot hack horror element to this, but maybe not. There's things in this direction.
This area is off limits, so fuck off.
Nah. Can I drop off? Oh, there's a wall. Okay. Oh, there's someone down here.
He's not here. I've searched everywhere.
Volvo dealer. I'm always curious about the way people choose their usernames for things like that, because there's such a wild variety in what you actually find in people choosing their usernames. I mean, I don't have anything creative. For somebody for whom creativity is my job, I don't have a creative username. I am Microtonal Matt because I write microtonal music, and that's it. But there are people with some really cool usernames out there. Huh. So I'm a little confused what this game is. Is it walking simulator? Like, okay, so if we're in an MMO that's getting shut down, it seems like there's not very many people here. It's usually when people have like big parties, right? Like, again, I guess I got interrupted by the game's scenes before talking about what I've done with MMOs, which is like nothing. I played a little bit of MapleStory back in the day, and I think I tried World of Warcraft for about an hour, so I don't exactly know much about them, but I have friends who were deep into these kind of games, and I know it's like gets toxic, and I think that's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, isn't the last like few hours of it usually like a big party? There's not very many people here. And there's a big map.
I've been playing this game for 12 years now. It cost me my marriage. I don't even see my kids anymore because on weekends I'm in the game searching for Adam. We always suspected something like this would happen, but I don't think we were prepared for the reality of it. I always hoped one day I'd have kids and be able to share this game with them. But it looks like that's not going to happen now.
Yep. Gotta find a new game. I mean, people make fan servers, right? Huh, okay, that was the first, like, press to interact. Really scared. Okay, so there's not a... Do it again. Okay. So is that... Does that mean that that was supposed to be an NPC? Since it wasn't, like, voice chat? Here's this person again. Oh no, it's a different person with the same trench coat. Okay. We're all gonna die. Awesome. That's horrible. Huh. Awesome. I'm a froggy. Okay. The world's ending today. Let's party. Yeah, this is the person that I thought we were gonna find everywhere. I mean, you know. Are people really dour about that kind of thing? I would think they'd be more dour after the fact, right? Like, you don't realize how much fun you had until it's over. Or the reverse of that, where, you know, right afterwards, you start to realize, oh, got all this free time now. New things to experience. You can log off anytime. What will happen to us? Yeah, so is it saying that this is an NPC? I'm not sure what's going on. But, like, looks cool. Need to exit aquarium. Not much of an aquarium. Whoa. That's cool looking.
Shut the fuck up. We're dancing. We're fucking dancing.
Yeah. Obligatory 5-year-old. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting what's happening here. Okay. We're dancing. How do I dance? Can I join you guys? Look like you're having fun. Spooky. Do I press E? No. Yeah, I don't know what this game is supposed to be, but it looks like a game with some cool environments. That's for sure. Oh, this is the wee person. Okay. Huh. confused what I'm meant to take away here. I think it's interesting how the HUD takes up so much of the screen. That's very interesting. You have a lot of side to side, but not very much vertical. You have to really make an effort to look up. It's kind of interesting. Let's go into the big eyeball tower. Church of, what is that? I can't... Is it Ruka 07 or... Guess we'll go in and find out. Yeah, cool. Do you like how the reds and the greens are going on here? I guess that's more yellows than it is greens, but maybe not. Feel like the HUD is just an excuse to get a really wide angle? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's very cool. I like that. I like that aspect of this. I feel like there's a bit too much space to me. Like, I had to wander quite a ways for things, and I guess maybe that's like meant to be part of the way that you find your way around this game, is it all being empty. Okay. Oh, so are we like jumping, server hopping or something? Okay. Yuka, that's what we were saying. Yuka 87. Alright. I could see some interesting stuff being done, like gameplay wise, with a very, very long screen. I felt that way with like very vertical screens too. Huh. Okay. Welcome, lowly player, to the Church of UK 87. Here we worship a player who has honored us by taking the most extreme of acts. What did they do? Oh wow. Okay. Alright. Okay. Then stop playing if this bothers you. Alright. I'll get out of this menu. Oh, there's options here. Oh, map. Map currently unavailable. Inventory. We have a weapon. Okay. Store unavailable. Player info. Rasputin lover. Okay. Resistance. Level 3. Got it. Guide. Okay, this is your menu, I guess. Worlds. Altita, Batchum, Dead Zone, Grey Moor, Desert. Okay, can we click on these? No. They highlight. Options. Subtitles are on. Friends. No friends. Oh no. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was thinking that, you know, probably have to play the NSFW version to get the experience, right? Because yeah, because it's kind of been a lot of meandering, and then this happens and you're like, oh, huh. Like I kind of feel like I'm getting what's going on here, but you're right. I feel like I'm maybe not getting everything. Oh, I hope we didn't just freeze. Oh, connecting to server. Okay.
It was New Year's Eve.
Oh, we're in a car.
And
And it's a furry. Cool. I heard that there was like that was what was in the description, right?
it sounded like the first emergency alert signal in the other room, and then some horrible crying, like a dying animal. I passed out from choking on the rope attached to the shower curtain bar, but that broke. And when I woke up, I could still hear the crying. And I tried to hang myself on the towel rack, but that didn't work. So I opened the door to the hotel room, and as soon as I did, the noise went away. I don't know what it was.
Fucking resistance checkpoints. It's probably just a bunch of kids. Where are you two furries going? You ever walk into a strawberry factory with a bunch of strawberry people and they're all made of strawberries? And it's like, fuck you! I'm gonna kill you, you bunch of fucking strawberry motherfuckers! Yeah, and they'll all just fucking die. It's fucking great. You guys can go through. Just, we're looking out for Nazis and Cenobites.
There was a lot that led me to that moment. I believed I might be the reincarnation of Hitler. I would just sit in my car before class and cry and apologize to Anne Frank and all the victims of the Holocaust. Then, I thought I was the reincarnation of Jesus. According to the Bible, he's the only one who won't be forgiven. I thought I was the Antichrist. I believed an age of enlightenment was coming, and I was being excluded from it. I feared my arms would turn into horrible knives and stab this girl I liked in the heart. And she would just be kept alive, getting stabbed in the heart, until the universe ended. Then she would become God, swimming in an ocean of her own blood. And this ocean would be a sea of knowledge, and I would go into a state of ignorance. And this would just happen over and over again, forever. I was really ashamed.
I definitely feel for you. These last few years sound like they were really hard for you. But you can't just blame it all on reaching level 99. You're gonna have to make peace with the fact that we probably will never find Adam. I mean, a lot of players thought that finding Adam would give them ultimate power in the game. Other players like you think it's a way to stop what they consider a curse, but it's just a psychosis. Adam was just a rumor, nothing more. We wasted our time.
When I was in the mental institution, I met this man who could predict what the TV was gonna say. And, I asked him if I liked the future, and he told me I was gonna hate it. This game was really a lot better before they added Nazis as a playable faction. It was really a welcoming community. It's a safe space.
Yeah, the community was a lot less toxic before they added Nazis as players. I thought more people from our guild would be online on allowance.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been years since most of them have played this game. It's just that I'm in my 30s now and I still live with my parents. To make matters worse, they gaslight me into thinking my dysphoria is actually a symptom of my schizophrenia.
I mean, if you say you're a woman, then you're a woman.
So this is the throwaway age. This is the age that's kind of, it's only meaningful for God and not for man. It really isn't meaningful because we're all going to die and all our memories are going to disappear. We're going to lose everything, everything. But there's another prophecy that has to be fulfilled before that happens.
Oh, now I have control here.
That's my death. I'm going to find one person that gets angry enough to kill me.
I love this game, but I ruined my life playing it.
You can't look at it that way. You'll drive yourself crazy if you do.
I played this game so much, I failed out of college.
I still can't believe this game's ending.
Yeah, it's really weird to think about.
Is there a, let's see, is there a pause? Can I? Okay, there we go. There are some things that I think are really cool here, and there's some things I really don't understand. Like, I get that there's kind of a tone of like angsty high school kids playing an MMO or whatever, and they just kind of haven't grown up or whatever. But there's like a really bizarre, just constant shifting of tone, and I think that's intentional, between super serious things like talking about IRL crimes and suicide and stuff like that, and then just like people talking about pseudo philosophical stuff in a way that makes them come across as silly or childish. And it kind of makes it gives that like that feeling of like you're not sure whether to take it seriously or not, and I don't know if that's intentional. But yeah, and maybe there's a lot of context missing, but like there's parts that are like I feel like I should be laughing at. I feel like laughing, but I feel like I shouldn't be laughing, because, you know, the ridiculousness of people online, you kind of have to, because when you're dealing with this stuff online, anything anyone says could be extremely ridiculous or extremely serious, and I don't know. I'm really torn on that. It's interesting, but I don't know yet. And like, they're dealing with some really touchy things in this that it's like a little weird. And then also, I kind of feel like this would be better if I didn't have any control and it was just a documentary, like like a mockumentary, because the control like kind of isn't adding anything. I'm not sure what to get out of the control stuff. It seems like there's just places where they just take away your movement control and do a bunch of just little vignettes and things, and all those are interesting in their own, and it feels like it could be a, you know, a documentary in that way, or mockumentary. Alpha. What do these things say? Line up here. Okay.
Okay, everyone's got their squad assignments. We're gonna be doing the blood raid right outside the dead zone. Sparrow choppers and pelicans will take you to your designated coordinates. 4 Sparrow gunships and 3 wheel riders will provide support. This is an end-game raid, so we don't know what to expect. But I can promise you one thing. We're gonna find out. And once we do, we're gonna make these final hours miserable for all the snowflakes that play this game. So Nocturnes, let's make these final hours one to remember. It's been an honor playing with all of you. Video games and memes, those are the 2 food groups. Total fucking bullshit. This game is shutting down. Absolute bullshit. Crap.
All I'm gonna say is, I better fucking find Adam, or someone's getting fucking murdered.
I'm really gonna miss all of you. Miss you too, buddy.
What the fuck? Why is everyone getting banned? What the fuck is going on? Whoa.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of left with more questions than answers on that one. I really like the look of everything. I wish those assets were put into a game. That's another one that don't know what to really say on it. I guess I gotta play it with the other content. I have this kind of gut reaction, and I don't know how to like, I know I'm dealing with like kind of sensitive topics, so to be careful about that, but like I have this feeling that when games or visual novels, walking simulators just go right for all of the buzzwords, like it comes across as kind of cheap. Like just having a Nazi faction or whatever, because there's lots of games that have Nazi factions if you're doing a World War II simulator or whatever. And I get what they're going for. I just don't know that I think it comes across like I don't understand. Like I don't understand what I'm supposed to get out of it, really, except that a bunch of people played a video game and are sad that it's ending, and like some of those people are monsters, and but there's kind of like a general feel that everybody's like having fun. I don't know. Overall questions won't be answered though. Okay, yeah, and you know, I think there's maybe a positive possibility of like, you know, getting something without answers, but I don't know. I'm really trying to figure out what to say on that one, because there's vignettes that are very funny in there, and there's vignettes that I think are meant to be like really emotionally powerful, but they don't really hit me that way. They just kind of hit me as like, oh, that's weird, and I don't like that, but like I also don't know how that's supposed to hit. Like, am I supposed to feel that's really weird? Because I guess I am. Because I'm trying to look at it through the perspective of everything is done for a reason, and that because specifically those sets of vignettes are placed in a specific order. But I don't know. It feels like something where maybe I'd have it would have more of an impact on me if there was more setup to it or something. If there was something explaining a little more up front, because it's disjointed and that seems intentional. But if you're looking at this from the outside, like if this is a documentary on a dying MMO, that's why I was kind of mentioning that, where it kind of feels like those sequences of vignettes could have, instead of being interrupted by pseudo gameplay walking around and finding other people to talk to, could have been, you know, interrupted by narration segments or, you know, other documentary techniques or whatever, because it is an interesting subject. I think it really would be cool to like look at the psychology of what players who experience the end of an MMO do, and what they go through before and after and all that stuff. I think that would be pretty interesting. I think the idea of exploring it through the means of just hateful children online is not very interesting, because it feels overdone, and you know, I think everyone can agree toxic players suck. I think what's interesting is, like, you know, the people that have regrets about spending 12 years of their life playing a game or something like that. That's an interesting subject to kind of go into. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested to see, you know, what comes of it, and hear more like about what's supposed to happen with this. There's a lot that's really intriguing about it, but like some of the presentation is kind of off-putting. Some of the voice acting, like it's hard to criticize that stuff for me, because I know, you know, most games are lucky to get voice acting at all. It's definitely a luxury, but some of the delivery on the lines, especially in the beginning, has like it doesn't have the hit that I think it's meant to have, because some of the some of the more emotional things, I understand their delivery on that, but the beginning delivery of everything is an odd tone to start with. Like, it feels like it needs a little bit of setting up for me to feel convinced of getting into the groove of that tone. This is something that I I guess I kind of have a feeling about the presentation overall on the demo disc and sort of the variety of everything that's in here. I'm when I was looking at another stream of the demo disc, it looked like the demos were randomly placed, like there wasn't a set layout to the museum. I don't know if that's the case or not, or if maybe it changed between versions or something. But hopping from Peeb Adventures over to Agony of a Dying MMO feels like a really bad pairing, you know? Like, you hop over from boner humor into this kind of a thing, and that's I guess not a good pairing. Like, it's not a good transition. And so I guess in that respect there is the potential for playing one of these demos and through no fault of the creator having a bad starting experience to them. And it's not really a problem of the demo disc, though maybe it would be, you know, good to have, like, this is the section of games that are all kind of like these very serious, very heavy games, and then this is the section of games that's, you know, Tory 3D and boner humor and all that. That might help, but then I guess that would sort of, but now that I'm saying it out loud, maybe that's not there's reasons that's not a good idea either, right? Like, that takes a little bit of the mystery out of what you're going to play. That was what was so fun about playing all the stuff just going floor by floor, is like, I don't know what the salt order is until I start it up, and I really appreciate that experience too. So it's tricky because, like, the Drowning Machine, this is a game that had incredibly personal and heavy thing, and I had a pretty viscerally negative reaction to it, not because of any of the contents of it or anything, but just because I came right off of playing Risu, which was a fun little random puzzler thing, and then this is like super heavy, drops you into the middle of the most emotional point in the story, and it just kind of hits you and then disappears, and I didn't know what to take from that. And I don't think, you know, I think if this one were to start from the beginning, I'd probably have a more, you know, positive feel of it. Kind of a similar thing to the MMO thing, where, like, if I had a little bit more time to sit with the tone, I might be more able to accept what it's giving me. And it's really hard to criticize something like this, especially this one, because it's clearly someone's personal experience made manifest into a creation. So, like, criticizing it feels like criticizing a person for their experiences, and that never feels good. But at the same time, like, I had a bad experience going into this game because of some of that stuff. So I don't know. And but I mean, you know, generally the more serious stuff isn't for me, and you know, it's more just an issue of, like, I'm playing a whole bunch of random things and seeing what I like and what I don't like, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with that story. So yeah.